Welcome back to the Productive Guide to Wellness. This is Dr. Tonic, and today we're going to talk about how to meditate with distractions. The first thing you want is to find a comfortable position and a good time to meditate. Now, this location that you see from me is not ideal. I'm in my front room of my house, and there's a lot of things around me that can distract me. Namely, my dog, Galby. But she's meditated with me before and she does all right. Now, at the same time, I'm not going to say this is easy to meditate. I mean, you have children, dog, etc. What I'm trying to focus on right now is showing you that you can do this even when you are distracted. A lot of the times you will have thoughts when you're starting out. It's difficult to quiet your mind. So one thing I would recommend is that you bring a notepad or something to write things down. That way you can simply say, I'm going to take care of this, but not right now. Just write it down that notepad and then say, okay, that's it. That's not easy. Sometimes you'll think about one thing and then it will lead you down a path of a list of things that you need to get done. Simply write it on the notepad and then come back and try to refocus your mind. Now, I want you to find a comfortable place and sit down or lay down. Sometimes it's easier to start off laying down when you're getting into meditating. And I want you to focus on the space and make sure nothing's going to distract you. What does that mean? Is there a fan that's constantly blowing on you? Is there an AC unit that's about to start? Are you cold, etc.? Focus on trying to eliminate or reduce these types of distractions that are going to constantly interrupt you while you're trying to meditate. And you may think that these are just small and insignificant, but when you have multiple things add up, it prevents you from actually focusing on meditating. Now, this location I'm in, it's not ideal to meditate. It's mid-afternoon, so there are distractions outside. There's also people outside, dogs, etc. And all of these things are going to interrupt my meditating by interrupting Galby. So Galby wants to make sure and wants to check on anything, so I have to kind of constantly remind her, hey, we're just relaxing right now. And you'll see me multiple times pet her, etc., and have her lay down. And she's not this well behaved all the time. She doesn't just lay in my lap and let me meditate every single time. And when you're starting out meditating, I would try to eliminate as many of these distractions as you can. Really try to find a quiet spot where you can do this. The ideal locations that I've found for me that work, either right when I'm about to leave for work, sitting in my car, right when I get to work. That way I'm not having to stress about, oh my gosh, am I meditating too long or something. But, people can see you sitting in your car and that might be a little weird. The ideal locations to meditate are, truthfully for me, in the morning or in the evening. You may find a better spot or time when you have less distractions for you. Maybe it's mid-afternoon, etc. But the ideal thing that you need to look for is a quiet time where you're not going to be distracted and when you don't have obligations to do something or to focus on something. You really need to focus on the time that you're given and be patient with yourself. It's not easy. Now, I'm not going to run through how to do a body scan or how to be present in a moment. I'm just trying to teach you ways in which that your meditation sessions can be more fulfilling. One YouTube channel I enjoy is called Calm or Daily Calm, and it basically has a 10-minute, 5-minute, etc. meditation for almost every day of the week that you want. Meditating is not easy. It's not something you can just jump into and expect to be good at. If you can truly quiet your mind and get into the zone with your first try, I applaud you because it is not easy. It takes a lot of time to be good at meditating. and it's exactly like working out. If you don't continue to do it, you won't be good at it. I will link over to the Daily Calms channel so that you guys can try to meditate with some of these tips that I've just kind of filled you in on. Some of the other unperceived distractions you might have while trying to meditate is simply not being comfortable. I'm going to tell you, don't just try to fold your legs Indian style if you've never done that before and then meditate for 30 minutes. It will be the most uncomfortable and unpleasant thing you've done in a while. That's why I recommend when you're starting off meditating, try laying down, lay flat on something, lay on your couch. If you fall asleep, give yourself grace and simply tell yourself that that's okay. Maybe sleep is exactly what you needed. Hopefully you've set an alarm that will allow you to get back to what you need to get done. But don't berate yourself for not being able to meditate. Now, if you're interested in how I meditate with my puppy, it takes a lot of treats, and I think the first thing that they need to learn is how to wait. You can't really see it on the screen, but I have a bucket of treats for her, and she knows the longer I meditate and the longer she can sit with me, she gets more treats. Galvi is a certified 100% purebred good girl that gets all the treats. Just kidding, she's a Cocker Spaniel. Most of the time she's not this well behaved. Most of the time she's giving me this face. Stay safe and be well.